It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Vivint Smart Home Arena in downtown Salt Lake City. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz getting set to match up with the New York Knicks. The opening tip won by the Jazz as we get started in Salt Lake City. To Gobert. Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. So possession stays with the Jazz. Conley looking for his man. And he throws it down. Rudy Gobert with the slam.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Rudy Gobert tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Conley. Pass to the rim. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Jazz have the ball. Conley to Gobert. Rises for the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Smith with it up top. Trailing by 4. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Dennis Smith Jr. has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 69% at the line. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Conley into the front court. Up by 3. Dennis Smith Jr. with a piece. That's going to be out of bounds. Smith the last to touch. Conley to Gobert. You've got to get that one to go.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Screen coming. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Utah with the possession. Conley to Nowitzki. With the step back.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. He misses. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Leads 3. Works it to Conley. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Smith now into the front court. 5-point game. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Iguodala to bring it up. Down 5. Jazz pick it up. It was right there. Smith into the front court. He'll run the offense. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock.
I got him.
To Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki at the line for 2 shots. A career 87% from the line. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Into the front court comes Smith. Looking to make something happen. Goes to the right side. Here comes the screen. To Monroe. Had a chance, but it's no good. Mitchell with the basketball. Leads 5. And stuffs it home.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Nowitzki. From the outside, no good. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Monroe. The big guy, Greg Monroe. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Conley. Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Shot from the lane won't go. Another follow, no good.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Down low to Monroe. The big guy, Greg Monroe. 3 for 4. Good start.
Old school equals high percentage.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Conley. Nothing going here on that drive. Conley. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. To Nowitzki.
By yourself, put it up.
Conley.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Conley. Mike Conley. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Short jumper stays out.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Smith with the basketball. Down 8. Nothing going here on that drive. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Jazz will take a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions, New York. Entering the game for the Jazz.
Conley to Nowitzki. Cleans it up. Dirk Nowitzki, 2 of 4 now.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You're always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Conley into the front court. They lead it, 4-point game.
Oh, no, he can't guard you out there.
Has a look. Deep 2 there, won't go.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Utah ball. To Nowitzki, Conley. Scores from the post. Smith with it up top. Down 4. To Taj Gibson. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. To Conley. Down low for Davis. Dennis Smith Jr. able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Smith. To Gibson. Taj Gibson. He's 2 for 2 now.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Conley. They go down to Davis. Julius Randle pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Smith now into the front court. They trail by 2. To Conley. He's looking for that touch.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Drive here, but the shot stays out. Conley into the front court. Leads a bucket. And counted at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen. And draws the foul.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Good shot, good shot.
It's Jazz ball.
That's me. Not ball.
Dennis Smith Jr. sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Taj Gibson to Dennis Smith Jr. From long range.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First free throw is good.
It's like practice.
And he hits the second.
Knock that down. Shot, boy.
And he missed it. 2 for 3 on this trip. a foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Smith into the front court. Down 3. Dirk Nowitzki. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Utah's got it. Joe Ingles to Conley. Here comes the screen. To Conley. Trying to cash in. Mike Conley. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
To Marcus Morris. Dennis Smith Jr. off the mark. Count the basket at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here comes the screen. To Julius Randle. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Up 5. The drive, right to the basket. Julius Randle sends it away. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Mike Conley, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. New York in control of the basketball. To Taj Gibson. Oh, he had it. Conley into the front court. His team up by 7. To Nowitzki. Joe Ingles. To Conley. Julius Randle rejects it. That's out. Last touch by Taj Gibson. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Into the game for Utah, number 27, Rudy Gobert.
That's at a...
Substitutions, Utah. Into the game for New York, number 13. And number 31.
Conley. Tough make through traffic.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Nothing going here on that drive. Nice pass to set things up. Andre Iguodala with the block. count the basket inside.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one, count it.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
And he makes them both.
Oh, good shot, boy.
Mitchell with it up top. Lead stands at 10. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Nice finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Jazz have the ball. To Davis. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Mitchell with the basketball. His team on top by 8.
Cutter, I got yours.
And that's rebounded by Randall. Into the front court comes Smith. He'll run the offense. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Dennis Smith Jr. at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. And he can't convert the free throw. Has a chance and scores on the step back.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
My ball. Pick up.
Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Runner here won't go down. New York Knicks basketball. To Dennis Smith Jr.
Come on, you're right.
Nothing going here on that drive. Smith. For 3. And he buries it.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
Here comes the screen. They'll get it down to Davis. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Ed Davis at the line. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Smith with the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. Here comes the screen. To Julius Randle. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one goes down. So he hits the first, misses the second. knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognize how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
To Julius Randle. And the rebound taken down by Mitchell. Has a look. Cephalosha's shot, no good. The follow won't go either. To Dennis Smith Jr. Screen coming. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Conley. Driving right to the basket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
And he finishes at the rim.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
And scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Iguodala to bring it up. The deficit is 6. Randle. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Conley into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Smith with it up top. His guys trail now by 4. Deep 2 there, won't go. Conley. In the slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Possession lies with New York. The drive, right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Mitchell with it up top. Up 6. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. Finish that. Mitchell with the basketball. Up by 6. Add 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell is that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. It's an 8-point lead. Mitchell, shot from in close, no good. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Terrific vision, throws it down.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for...
Substitutions, Utah. Substitutions, New York.
Conley to Davis. Conley over to the right side. To Davis, down low. Layup goes down. Well done.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Dennis Smith Jr.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
New York with 4 to shoot. Smith with a shot. It won't fall. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Utah with the possession. Conley.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
To Davis. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Iguodala to bring it up. Up by 3. Can't connect from inside. To Julius Randle. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Runner here won't go. Conley. No good. Smith now into the front court. Leads 3.
In the fourth quarter.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Dennis Smith Jr. For 3. That won't go. Conley into the front court. His guy's down 3.
Can't guard, you got a mismatch, you got a mismatch.
Here comes the screen.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
Conley to Davis. Scores from the post.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
To Julius Randle. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show because that's what you're watching right now.
To Davis.
That's me.
It goes down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Flash, bump him, bump him, bump him.
Shot clock winding down. Has a chance? Yes. For every tough shot you make, buy one, get one free. The possession lies with New York. Here comes the screen. To Monroe. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. It's a victory for the Knicks as they just squeak this one out by a point. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Knicks emerged victorious after a
Player of the game.
Julius Randle could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.